So we have MITOE and KYNESIE on Florida. So this is a pretty classic. It's kind of what a lot of people are playing right now. So Portuguese are very good on Florida, any water map just for that matter. But what's great is that they can build their dock like all the way down the coast. So they could build a dock like right here on the coast, and pretty much no civ is able to contest where that dock goes down. The dock gives them a huge line of sight, and just they get to take over the entire map. So a little bit about this round though. MITOE and KYNESIE are playing to be the winner of their group. I believe they're in Group H together. It's one of the lower lower. I guess it's not H. It's the one before H. So I think it's Group G. But anyway, I find it interesting that MITOE has chosen to play the Japanese. It's definitely an S tier civ on Florida, but I don't know exactly how well Japan fares in denying Portuguese their water boom. They do have Funes, which are very good at just being better caravels. They shoot a little bit faster, they move a little faster. Their rate of fire is, I think, 1, and it's a lot easier for the unit to just get shots off. I find it interesting. I don't know if you do, I believe right now a lot of people don't like building the trading post anymore. I remember KYNESIE used to be the best water player by far, and now I think a lot of players have spent a lot of time recently in really learning how to play water. So we do have KYNESIE going with schooners, and it's probably a classic KYNESIE deck. Yep, so he has advanced walls in here, advanced dock, usual stuff. He's missing 2 Vels though. I feel as though that's a bit, that's something. I think MITOE got the, MITOE got the 5% gather rate for his Vils. He's also gonna drop down some shrines. He is Cami, so he's gonna start dropping down shrines. It looks as though he's gotten 2 wood treasures. So he got a food treasure, a wood treasure, another food treasure, and then so what MITOE did was he bought 100 wood. So he's got 175 wood. As soon as that came in, that's 2 houses that he can drop down. Very nice. So he gets 40 pop. He's gonna age a little bit slower. Well, everybody ages slower than ports because ports get to go up at 3 minutes. Or it's typically like 3:15, 3:20 when ports get up. I need to do this though. There we go. So looks as though MITOE's probably just ignoring water at this point. I like this. He's trying to get animals on this big wonder. He does have a couple of sheep though. He has 6 sheep, so if these do run away, he will still have his 6 sheep to go out there and have enough units on the wonder. So that's a very nice thing, because on DE, hunts run away from buildings relatively quickly. So by the time you place down the Tokishuga Shrine, that hunt can be on the other side of the map. And here we go. Here's the water boom, like we were expecting. 700 wood first. It's very, very classic Portuguese build. We have 2 docks going down. I could even see a 3rd one dropping down over here as well. But it just looks as though this is going to be absolute greed from KYNESIE, and he has it down to a science. He has all of his Vils in queue. He knows when he needs to drop down another house. He gets another 10 population from this TP, as well as 100 XP. So there's just a lot of things that go very well connected with a water boom. So you can go 700 wood, and then you can drop into, as soon as this comes up, he'll have another shipment. of which he can go right into rendering plant. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, MITOE is just going full greed. So he has 60 shrine pop already. He's gonna have 80. Still on wood. Still need 600 wood. I wonder if he drops down. Will he drop down a barracks first, or he's going to drop down a dock? So it looks as though he will do some sort of contention on the water. I wonder if he scouted no Caravel in KYNESIE's deck. Rendering plant coming through, and MITOE's just dropping down a castle. Right in line of sight. So, okay, we got some walls coming through. Oh, but he didn't want the turkeys in his. KYNESIE could sell food and just send Minutemen. Like, if Minutemen is so worth for denying this. Because this is a, this is worth 350 resources. Or it's 300 resources, so I would definitely just Minutemen this. MITOE doesn't really have any idea. 2 Funes on the way, and this is gonna be, there's gonna be a lot of idle time, because if Funes can just sit right here and not let KYNESIE gather any of these, any of the fish in the sea. So MITOE's just gonna probably park both his Funes. I know that we had discovered on this map that you can just sit right out of line of sight because these have 32 range. All in all, so we have another Fune coming out. Can he get it? So he might be able to park it right there, so that he'll be able to just absolute bombardment from the coast. So KYNESIE's on 36 vills. He is housed right now, but he sent 700 coin behind this, so he's just gonna FF. He's about all pretty much prepped for age. And so far, MITOE's done a great job of just not letting KYNESIE just be happy on the water. Little stutter step there. And it looks as though MITOE's probably just gonna follow him up. Doing a great job of just shrining the entire map. So he has 11 shrines out on the map. If we take stock right here, I have no idea who's ahead. KYNESIE hasn't really lost any of his boats. Already has rendering plant on them. I do believe though that this is actually pretty good for MITOE. He's going to be a little bit behind in age. He can also use those sheep, but he's been very busy. You have to babysit your fishing boats very hard, or your naval units very hard, because it'll can instantly just one of these disappear because there's so much anti-ship damage that would come out. Oh, who gets it first? So MITOE building a shrine right there, so KYNESIE's gonna have to move his town center. And MITOE's gonna be going up with the shogunate. So MITOE's looking to do some aggressive XP nonsense. So the Shogunate, the bonus of the Shogunate is that it makes your units cheaper as well. It gives you XP once you age up. So MITOE will probably build a couple of flaming arrows and then ship some flaming arrows. As well, it gives you a daimyo. So you have a shipment point that you can reinforce your army from your home city. Alright, we got a frigate coming out. So it comes in a broadside, so broadside's one fune, and just gonna go repair up. MITOE has just about all of his upgrades. The only one he's missing is I think ditch digging. But he actually has a bunch of vills on wood, so I wish he would have gotten the what is it, water wheel for 40 food to give him an extra little bonus. Dropping down his first barrack, so he oh no, KYNESIE already had a barrack, so KYNESIE beat him about by like 10-15 seconds. The old 9-minute barracks. Neither side building a barracks until 9 minutes. You know, the meta that we live in this day. And we do have armor plating coming out, so there's going to be some beefy ships, and then he has 3 caravels coming. So he sent 1 frig, 3 caravels. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Reason being, KYNESIE says, this is my water. I need this to win this game. If I can have the water, I'm going to be doing great. So he's doubling down, sending 2 shipments to make sure that he secures the water. Very, very good play. And then he's also making a couple musketeers to burn down a couple of these shrines, because Japan still has a formidable eco. So 2 flaming arrows being shipped to the daimyo. Gonna start picking off these musketeers, sieging down shrines. As well, we have the water has been contested, and it seems as though that contention is now over. KYNESIE has won the water, and I don't think that this this castle is gonna last very long. It's just very hard to defend once your opponent gets armor plating in. There's just so much, they just get so much HP, they do so much damage, and then it's essentially free because you just take them, drop them back, and they get healed up by the docks. So, only if you kill a boat do you actually kill it. You can't just weaken a boat, because then they can just go back and heal up for free. Meanwhile, MITOE sending 1,000 wood to the middle of the map. Whoops. But these are H2 musketeers versus H3 Ashy. So the water is all cleaned. The 2 flaming arrows have gone down to 2 culverins. KYNESIE is saying, ooh, free wood. But Ashy just too strong. Meanwhile, KYNESIE is sniping down the villagers. So, doing a good job of sniping down the villagers. Still taking out water. 2 coals are still alive. We have organ guns coming out, so 64 vills, 32, so about double the eco, but we also have to know that MITOE's on 21, or 20 shrine pop, 200 shrine pop. So I believe MITOE has all of his, yep, all 20 of his shrines. Now we have Cassadors and organ guns. And now the full water is in KYNESIE's control. So he's going to continue to boom up. 3 TCs, 2 fishing, or 2 docks. So far 0.72. He only has 2 upgrades, so he has rendering plants and gill nets. Whale oil coming through. Also, he's going to want to get long lines. But this is now looking very, woo, woo. Dude, that shrine. You gotta watch out on Florida. Yeah, this is now looking very, KYNESIE favored. So KYNESIE gets to just wall up. He has some trees to chop down. Repairing his TC. And then he has some artillery behind walls. Also CM's coming through. Oh, did he canceled whale oil for CM. So you need to drop some houses. Organ guns taking a little shot. Oh, if they shoot again. This daimyo needs to move. There we go. And then CM's gonna come in just in time. And in 3. Wait, he needs to cancel these units so he can drop CM. CM, KYNESIE. CM. Nope. No CM. It's very sad to see a Portuguese town center go down with CM still in it. So MITOE doesn't want to deal with cannons right now, so he's just gonna go push the main base. And KYNESIE rebuilding that town center, building some houses. MITOE might get this TC as well. But CM will pop this time. Here it comes. CM plus organs. Oof. So many plus 11s. Very nice. MITOE using the Yabusame, or the daimyo to train Yabusame. But he needs to not lose the daimyo. So we got more Yabusame coming out. I wonder if MITOE's gonna build a Nat TP. So currently these have 12 attack. Wow, 3 TCs coming out from MITOE. Just trying to keep up with ports, and he gets the Royal Guard upgrade for his walls. It's always nice. He doesn't quite have the there we go. He's grabbing Seminole Tech now, and then he's gonna go grab the Carib Tech. So he's gonna get all of his archers are gonna be insane. So these will have, I believe, 450. Yep. So these are like half bastion. Half bastion walls. There we go. So we have that coming through. MITOE wants to get this tech. So Seminole Boyars. What it does is it gives all of his archers plus 15% attack. So he's gonna go Yabusame Yumi and stack 2,000 coin. Still sending stuff to the daimyo. Luckily it didn't mean anything, so both times it hasn't really hurt MITOE just yet. Also getting a timber trade. So all in all, the game's kind of evened itself out. KYNESIE could have, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 whales, but KYNESIE only has he only has 5 bills on food. He could have more fishing boats. I think if he had more fishing boats, he wouldn't need to do this milling. Like, why go on a mill? Look at the difference between a mill. So he could gather 0.5. It would be like having 2 bills. It's like having 2 extra bills. I thought there was only 4 whales on this map, but I guess there's 5. Either way, KYNESIE's still looking fine. Nothing's in queue right now, so he's busy doing some microing. He has some Yabusame. Most of this army is actually in CM. So there's 17 CM, there's only 11 Castadors, 7 organ guns, and then 2 Colves. And he's building Highlanders, so he has a saloon, or a tavern. He has all of his techs, he's just missing Eco Theory. Jacked Yabusame with 16 attack. So 16 times 9, it's a lot. I think it's 144. So 144, however, you gotta know that there's 0.75 range resist on these organ guns. So if it was 150, it would be 37. So these guys do probably like 35 damage a shot versus these organ guns. So they 5-shot an organ gun. And we got 29 attack Yumis. So here we go. Organ gun's about to start shooting. It's just absolute decimation. KYNESIE going up and getting advanced arsenal as well. He's getting some petards. The daimyo's gonna go down. And we have Way of the Bow coming in. So these are 26 attack. The daimyo did go down, so I thought Way of the Bow gave more damage, but I think it just gives range and HP. So now these have the same range as the Castadors, they just do 8 more damage. They have a little bit less range resist. MITOE getting into range of these organs, and all of this artillery is just going to be absolutely deleted. And there goes all of the organ guns. And then Yumi's just reign supreme. These Yabusames are going to be tanking the Castador fire. It's cool because they get times 0.75 against Cav, and these guys have the cavalry tag. So instead of them getting times 2, they only get times 1.5. So what is that? 30. They do 15 a shot, and these guys have 240 HP. Yabusame are a very strong unit, and then you pair it with Yumi, and there's another tech that you get on your so the shogunate, or the shogunate went down. But at what cost? KYNESIE is doing things over there, but in the meantime, MITOE is just winning with superior units. The new combo. Yumi Yabusame. It's like, why do you need infantry when you have the best ranged infantry and the best ranged cavalry? What can he make? If he makes anything that counters Yumi, you have the counter. So I think people have caught on. They understand that Yumi Yabusame is just the strongest comp you can run in H3. And here comes some more organ guns. But 1, 2, yep, 35 damage a shot. And they shoot at 1.5, have 8 range. We do have some Nagis coming through with Nagi HP. MITOE is about to age. He has 75 villagers. He has all the shrines. Advanced Arsenal coming through. We have some Arsenal techs coming out, but even with these Castadors having a couple cards on them, they just don't stand a chance. Like, they tickle. They tickle these Yabusames that they're supposed to counter. So KYNESIE's trying to do a Huss switch, but again, Yabusames do great there as well. As well as Yumi's. Yumi's also destroy Huss in their own right. So KYNESIE's barely struggling to hold, whereas MITOE's going up to H4 through all of this. And then Nagi's just absolutely tear through Castadors, because Castadors have no melee resist. They have low HP with high range resist. They get torn through by any hand cav or any melee damage. Another 13 Nagis coming through, and then we have the Golden Pavilion going down. MITOE could even get the, there's an archer tech at the 2Ps that gives archers ×1 versus villagers. So then he could go raid with his Yabusame. But now that MITOE's age 4, it just kind of seems he's contained KYNESIE, and now it's starting to just look Japan favored. Yep, KYNESIE tapping out. Wow. So I guess KYNESIE saw that with the score lead, the age advantage, and not being anywhere close to being able to age, he taps out. I mean, once Honored Yabusame, Honored Yumi come through, and then also on top of it, MITOE has now he has the Golden Pavilion buff as well. It's just pretty much over. Japan. These are probably like my 2 least favorite civs here, but Japan and Port duking it out on Florida. Not many civs could keep in line with Port Waterboom. But on Florida, you get to buy wood and you get to start shrine booming early. So MITOE gets up to however many, 20 shrine pop pretty fast. So 600 wood gets him up there quite quickly. And then he did a decent job of just delaying this water boom from taking off, because we can see at no point, like for about 5 minutes, MITOE kept those villas idle. So I mean, it looked as though almost the whole game MITOE just did a great job of raiding, having some villagers idle, And that's kind of the story of it. And you can't really do that to Japan. So, GG. Game 1, going MITOE's way. So that's actually a big, it's actually big. That has a lot of implications for the series because now, MITOE doesn't have, or KYNESIE doesn't have, like, he doesn't have that water map. KYNESIE's known for winning his water maps, and MITOE winning on a water map is, that's big. So 1-0, MITOE winning with Japan. And now we have MITOE playing as China versus Inca. Ooh, this will be interesting. This is an interesting matchup. I have like, for me, I think this is hugely China favored. But we'll see what KYNESIE does. So this map is Dakota. On Dakota, there's a 4 TP line. This is not 2 separate TP lines. This is all one connected. But difference with Dakota is that on Dakota, you have two of these trading travois running. So it's double the experience, because if this was just one line, it would have given you, like, each pass would give you more experience and more resources. However, on this map, the way that they've balanced it is that they've made it a little bit worse, and then they cut them in half and then made it a little bit worse. So even though that you get the resources twice as fast because there's 2 of these guys running across it, it's still actually a nerfed TP line in comparison. So far, MITOE's gotten 140 food. KYNESIE has done a great job. He's macroed for the Queen's Festival, I believe it's called. Yep. So the Contra Big Button, which will give him 4 villagers. MITOE is doing his patented 3 village strat. So, meanwhile, picking up another. So, what is this? MITOE's gotten 230 food in age 1. Which is just nuts. But, as you can see, from MITOE's perspective, so he's dropping down 3 villages, and he's timed it perfectly, where these 3 villages will all be up in time for northern refugees to come through. He drops down the village, but he didn't build it, which is really cool. So, MITOE knowing exactly what to do. This will come in, as you can see, right before. And so, boom, 4 villager shipment. So, he says, if KYNESIE can have 4 villagers, I can too. And then sending one of the villagers out to go get that next hunt in. I feel as though, so KYNESIE went for 300 wood. Let's have a look at both players' decks. You can't do that. You have to go this way. So 300 wood. We also have the Team Inca bridges. He does have the 3 trading, the 3 tambos. So that'll be interesting. I'm assuming he's gonna go 600 wood first, though. Maybe 600 wood, 600 wood. But we will see. If he'd probably gonna grab the scout and then maybe build a TP in the middle. So picking up the scout, and now let's see what kind of an agenda KYNESIE has. So he's dropping down at Contra House. He might build the Tambo in the middle. Because Drops down another one. But we'll see. Meanwhile, Mito's gonna go up. He has one villager on the Wonder. Gonna ship or send 4 more to get on the Wonder. The classic 18 vil age up as China. And then switching over a bunch of vills to wood. He's also gonna have constant vil production though. Gets Tomahawk for himself. And then let's see. He does have Mongolian Scourge, so there is kind of an age 2 possibility, but I mean he also has 700 wood, 700 coin. And he says this is how not to play. So MITOE is going to show us how not to play. Aging up with the 4 vills on the Wonder. Just so he got away with a little bit of greed, but now he wants to age up quickly. And here we go. Inca's dropping down this Tambo, so he went two conchas and then a Tambo in transition. So he's gonna ship it here, and he's gonna have his 2 war huts. So the 2 builder travois are gonna be over. Show up in the middle here. I'm curious what he does with them though. So he could just drop down 2 war huts. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. But these builder travois, they can also build TPs. So they're kind of like a Haudenosaunee travois. And there you go. So he's doing stagecoach into 3 Tambos. So he's gonna have the full TP line at around 6-ish minutes. Looks as though MITOE's gonna go up with the a consulate and a war academy. So it looks like it's an H2 agenda. And this is actually gonna be pretty much like a blind counter. Because MITOE's just gonna build units. So this is going to be the German consulate, and then War Academy, and he's just going to hit KYNESIE hard. So 1 Tambo going down, the other 2 Tambos running to either side. And we have HU Canoe coming out already, 9 Coin Pike afterwards. And remember, he went up with 3 villages so that he could get that extra villager. But now he doesn't have to build. Villages for population space, so he can just pump out units, send military shipments. So there we go. TP line is up. Our stagecoach is in. I wonder if KYNESIE could have held it a little bit more. And this one's not building yet. This one's still trying to figure its life out. KYNESIE hasn't recognized it yet. So there we go, we got 1. Come on, dude. Figure it out. He just needs somebody needs to guide this guy in. So I don't know when he's gonna realize that one's still not building. We'll just have to keep looking at it. So MITOE has a pretty scary army already. So he's got 14 Chu Canoes with 15 Quang Pikemen. Little javelin toss there with the Jungle Bowman poison. Takes down 3 of those Quang Pikemen. MITOE sieging down the wall. And so far, KYNESIE not losing anything. So just trading. Still hasn't gotten that Tambo up yet. And it looks as though 600 wood behind it. He has a lot of his almost all of his eco is going to be on food. And there we go. We got it. So about a minute and a half. That guy was struggling to build that. So probably 3-4 passes of, I think these are about 20, so 29 a piece, so maybe about 100 wood. But I like the spot that KYNESIE's in. We got Karari coming through. Nope. Road building first. So this gives 10% move speed to all of his land units. It's a nice little gate. Run in and out. And nope, he decides not to go. So he's on 8 Concha houses, and MITOE just goes around. KYNESIE in a perfect position. Like, KYNESIE's just done an amazing job sniping down the step riders, keeping his jungle bowman alive. MITOE just needs to get this down. If he can take down this this war hut, KYNESIE won't be able to make units. So war hut's going down. 6 jungle bowmen do come out first. But at what cost? This just looks... This looks KYNESIE favored. So KYNESIE needs to drop down 2 more war huts. So there's 1 war hut going down in base, but he's held and he cleaned the entire army. Behind this, MITOE is sending coin to H, but he's not there yet. Got a second war academy coming down. KYNESIE is also sending the so all of his TPs are on wood again. There's a second war hut going down, so pretty much it's KYNESIE's game to lose at this point. Like, he's done a great job. He traded extremely well. He went super greedy, got away with it. And now he just needs to go figure out what MITOE is doing. I think MITOE is going to H. So he just got 2 batches of units, and now it looks like, nope, he's going into the standard army. So MITOE's just gonna double pump out units. And KYNESIE is gonna do the same. So going to take down one of these Tambos. Building up walls. Staying safe. Getting more jungle bowmen. I mean, this is still a pretty scary mass from MITOE, and okay, there's the 10 plume spearmen that'll keep these jungle bowmen safe. Very nice micro from MITOE. KYNESIE doing a good job pulling things back, picking off 2 of the step riders already. But MITOE's just gonna clean up all of these spearmen. Once the spearmen go down, we got 4 more step riders on the way. These step riders destroy jungle bowmen. They 3-shot jungle bowmen, but they just need to. It's if they can get into, if they can connect, because jungle bowmen snipe down step riders pretty quickly. But if there's a big enough mass of step riders and they connect, they can do very well against jungle bowmen. So picking off some units, sniping down the step riders. Man, this has gotten very close. Yeah, I don't know who's ahead. MITOE has his market up. He's sending all of his upgrades, but he's taken down 2 of these TPs. So he can go grab his explorer and take the TP line for himself. what does KYNESIE do here? I mean, he has 34 jungle bowmen. He does have Karari on them, so they are going to do nice damage. We got the standard army coming through. So MITOE's just doubling down, saying, let's play H2. And it looks as though maybe he has both trickles. So he just got the food trickle. Yeah, I think he has both food trickle and wood trickle right now. Then MITOE needs to snipe that explorer. Nah, he'll just walk away. So KYNESIE trying to take the TP line back. And I don't know. 9 Concha houses. They're just gonna play H2. So KYNESIE's gonna get a second town center. MITOE's up in score now. Gonna do some raiding with the step riders. Nope, he's pulling them back. So rebuilt that rebuilt the TP, took down a step rider, but these villagers are getting raided. Step riders aren't great at raiding villagers, but still it's annoying. If you just leave them there, they'll eventually kill your villagers. So KYNESIE being torn down to the bottom. And there's all these exposed villagers up here, but I don't think KYNESIE is KYNESIE has scouted it, but he just doesn't. He needs to make like 5 chimney runners or something, go be annoying up there. In the meantime, MITOE is taking that one TP, and he has this other one that he's gonna burn down and take this as well. So these units now have the British consulate on them, so they're pretty tanky. All of these Quang pikemen going down for free. KYNESIE getting great trades, just running back and forth. Jungle bowmen are a little bit faster than MITOE's units. Well, I guess it's only faster than the Chu Canoe. All the other units are faster. MITOE dropping a town center down right here. And that's gonna spell this is MITOE's next hunt. Or KYNESIE dropping the town center down. MITOE's gonna have to react to this because this is his next hunt. He is stacking to age. There we go, he's dropping down the porcelain tower now. And he's gonna come over here. Pike raid coming down. We do have a farm. So a farm has been built. Oh, he doesn't have Chincha Brewing. I guess he just never felt safe enough to get it. Chincha Brewing coming through now. Double pumping villagers right now. 3 TPs to 1. 35 villagers to 43. And MITOE is ending the relation from... I wonder if he's going to go back to German. He has 700 wood on the floor. Don't know. Very even game so far. MITOE building walls up at the top. And then probably gonna migrate all of his villagers to this quadrant of the map. KYNESIE has not quite finished. He needs one more. One more to finish his boom. He is building the Cree settlement. Nope, not quite yet. His explorer is headed that way, but he's in cover mode. Somebody told him the sky was falling, so he's a little bit scared of running over there. Okay, so MITOE's not canceling his relationship. He's gonna stay. And I think what MITOE can do is just go full Cav, full Forbidden Army, and then his first card send double-faced armor. Double-faced armor will give him 41% range resist, and with 41% range resist, it's going to be tough for KYNESIE to kill his Cav. As these are just so tanky. MITOE pushing in, KYNESIE pulling back. KYNESIE is aging right now, so he'd prefer not to fight. He's going to use this wall and gate as much as possible to run in and out and not have to deal with the Cav. He could probably build another wall across here. Looks like these Contra houses are going to go down. Well, not quite. So now MITOE will push probably. So he saw KYNESIE aged, and he doesn't want him to get his unit upgrades. So KYNESIE needs to pull back. He doesn't want to fight until both of these have come in, but MITOE's just says it's right click time. The old patented Z move from China. So not the best fight here for MITOE, but he is cleaning up all of the Poom Spearmen. Those are all gone. The Jungle Bowmen still, see, that's very sad. All of the Poom Spearmen are dead, and right before that, or right before the upgrade came in, and now these elite Jungle Bowmen are going to need to escape through this gate. And KYNESIE is building, he's also building these Kree to be even more greedy. We do have 9 Chimu runners coming out, but they will still be only H2 Chimus. We need these, we need lots of pikemen to come out for KYNESIE. So KYNESIE cutting off the reinforcing Cav. MITOE just going straight for the town center. Pikemen on the Cav, doing a good job. Jungle Bowmen even doing a pretty good job. They do have their Karari in, and they do have 20% on that Karari as well because of the veterancy upgrade, so we do have double-faced armor in from MITOE, so that is good. Big button coming through, so that's another 10 Poom Spearmen. So far, I mean, 2 war huts, a town center shooting down. The Poom Spearmen have done a great job of kind of keeping KYNESIE's units, KYNESIE's Jungle Bowmen safe. And now Poom Spearmen on top of Chukanu's. Just looks like it's going to be a cleanup for KYNESIE. He needs to pull these other pikemen in. I don't know, both have pretty much exhausted each other's armies. And at the end of the day, it's like, who's ahead now? KYNESIE has more TPs, he has Contra houses, but MITOE has 2 wonders, more villagers, and he does have a TP of his own, so as well he gets consulate units. So at the end of the day, maybe it's still even. I mean, it's very much so even. The other thing is that Mito's running out, so he's gonna have to start getting on rice paddies. So he has 2 rice paddies so far, and KYNESIE still has 1 hunt, 2 hunts, 4 gold mine or 4 mines, with about 6k, 8k gold mines left. Mito has 2 left to get this middle one. So 5k, 7k. So Mito sent meteor hammers, and now arquebusiers. Or arquebus. Yeah. Arquebusier. We do have 9 Harakas. KYNESIE has gotten the War Hut big button. So Jungle Bowman now have 20%. Oh, no, never mind. Excuse me, he has not. They start with 20%. Alright, the pikemen will be sieging down while the rest of the army is out fighting. Mito doing a good job of running his cav around. KYNESIE's pushing the cav away, but the ranged infantry is picking off the cav, or the anti-cav. At this point, there's not enough anti-cav there, so Mito says it's fine, let's just fight. And here comes a reinforcing batch of another 10 Poom Spearmen. So it is looking as though Mito's going to clean up this town center. He has a reinforcing batch of 10 arquebusiers with another Forbidden Army. Here comes another Forbidden Army. And then there's 2 Old Han armies coming out. This town center is going to be going down. KYNESIE has another town center already, though. He's also sending Machu Picchu, which is the Incan stronghold, so he could build 2 of them. So he could build one, as well as he's going to ship a stronghold travois. Dropping down some war huts, so it's 54 to 60. And repelling volleys coming in, so this is a great card for Mito. So his units are going to do 10% more damage as well. They're going to have another ×1 multiplier against heavy infantry. Stronghold going down. I don't know if it's going to get up in time. So it'll just take like 1 siege throw. No, not quite. So it does go up, and now Mito's running. And now a big volley is going to come through, kill a bunch of units. There you go, it's 2. Another big volley is going to come through. Oh, it shot the cav, so not quite a another big kill. What else do we have coming down? So now there's a little bit of a lull. We have a castle coming in from Mito, second TC going down. I think at this point Mito is just ahead in eco. So does Mito see those? No. Villagers are just out of line of sight. What is that? 9 villagers just out of line of sight. We have another town center going down for KYNESIE. Some Harakas coming out. I mean, he's building 3 villagers at a time, but just seems as though his eco is just lacking. He has a strong defensible position. He will need to get, he would want to get this Kree tanning. Gives 5% HP for all of his units. And Mida says I don't want to play with your fort, so he's just gonna build some hand mortars. These have 34 range, 10 more range than the fort, and these hand mortars are just gonna start shelling this whole defensive line that KYNESIE has built. They do 80 a shot, so it's not gonna be a quick process, but eventually this fort will go down. This war hut next, TP next, these war huts, this town center. KYNESIE's gonna have to figure out some way to deal with this army, but it just looks as though there's too much stuff here from MITOE. Even dropping down a wall, securing his left-hand side of the map. He's taken back 2 of the TPs. All the TPs have gone down for KYNESIE. So it just comes down to where does KYNESIE draw the line and say, nope, that's not going any further than that. He has a lot of pikemen. I mean, these are pretty jacked pikemen. Ah, that's what that is. That's the big button tech. So these have 30% melee resist now. So it's gonna be a big Chimu pikeman Z-move mess. And here we go. So Elite Chim is coming in. Is there a fire pit somewhere? There is no ceremonial plaza. I don't know. This looks good for MITOE, I think, because he just has these ×3, so these are doing 60 a shot to these Poom Spearmen. But there's another batch of 10. So 10 more Poom Spearmen coming in. But yeah, there's just too much. Yep, too much in the front. These units just 18 ×3. Wait, 18, yeah, 18 ×3, 20 ×3. Qingdao tanking the whole time. Ranged cav. Wow. Ranged melee cav. China just too strong. At the end of the day, MITOE was floating resources, but just crazy. Again, MITOE outgathering just by a little bit. I figured KYNESIE would be ahead. I think it's just he didn't send Inca Brewing. Like, he had to send military shipments so his eco couldn't just run away. And then MITOE just keeping up in villager production. Just always slowly being ahead. The 2 TCs just not enough to ever get ahead, and wow. Well played from MITOE. So MITOE so far up 2-0. Very nice. But I believe the next map is a water map. So is it gonna be 2-1, or is it gonna be just a quick 3-0 from MITOE? Right? KYNESIE and MITOE. I forgot what we were doing for a second. All right, game 3. And we have Port versus Spain. These are arguably the 2 best civs on this map. Portuguese, known for crushing water, being good at water. And then there's actually been a, I believe Sheckler was the one who came up with the build. So what you do is you go Spanish logistician. And then it was taken by some not so skilled RTSers. So Spanish logistician, the idea behind it is you go 9, 10, and then you go Spanish logistician into schooners, and you just have a bunch of these cards. So MITOE not doing that. He's decided not to 12-10. He's gonna do something different, but the same, I guess. He's still going logistician, as you can see, and MITOE says he hates his life because this is in the game. He doesn't like it. Meanwhile, KYNESIE, on the other hand, is doing a 11-20. So neither of these players deciding to do the 10-10 or 12-10. They don't like getting to H2 first. But MITOE bringing 4 yaks down. And then there's the last one. Yeah, so MITOE got 5 of the yaks. KYNESIE really didn't get too much in H1, so he went and got the TP, got a 50 food treasure, and started schooners. Where MITOE has decided to go for a TP 15 vil, or 15 or 16 vil age up. He has all the yaks, so I'm sure he's going to eat all of these yaks. And going for ATP. And he's going to eat all of the yaks now. And KYNESIE canceled the schooners. That is interesting. I think because he scouted the house. Very interesting. There's the logistician still coming down. So MITOE's still doing the logistician. But KYNESIE can take this. I think that's what KYNESIE's gonna do. Oh. Ooh. Wait. Oh. But he's gonna steal this TP. I am so lost. Okay, there's the dock going down. So just dock without schooners? I think KYNESIE's just kind of feeling out. He's like, what the heck is MITOE doing? MITOE's gonna scout the dock now. Margarita has some news for MITOE, saying that the dock has gone down. Red alert. And MITOE going schooners. MITOE's like, why just do ATP when you can do both? And there's the mid-map wall coming through from KYNESIE. We have TP going down, and I'm curious what these 2 shipments will be. 2 caravels, 700 wood. Town center in the middle. Is he gonna 2 caravels, advanced, improved warships, and a 3 vels. Here we go. Meanwhile, MITOE has gotten schooners. He's sending in his, he's getting advanced, or, trade cart. And he's booming on the water as well. So 3 vels are going to come out, along with improved warships and 700 wood after that. It's insane how many shipments these 2 civs have. So MITOE already has 4 shipments in, and he's going to have a 5th coming in here in just a second. So he's doing 300 wood again. So because of the logistician, it's 400 wood, plus 200 food and 100 coin. And it looks as though MITOE's not going to be ready for this. He needs to pull back, put his boats. This is nice from KYNESIE doing a broadside. The more boats that you kill, the less damage comes out from the town center, or from the dock. And there's a 4th caravel coming out, and 700 wood still. So KYNESIE's gonna completely shut down water, and meanwhile we have advanced dock coming out, but I wonder if it'll come out in time. So a dock going down. Advanced dock coming in. He needs more fishing boats. We need more fishing boats. And then he needs to repair this other dock. All the while, it's just sick. Oh! Schooner's coming in now. Musketeers coming in, burning down the trading post. Repair your docks. So MITOE needs to repair both of these. And then he also needs to take the TP line back. Meanwhile, KYNESIE is throwing down another dock. He has... no. He's throwing down another dock. He's at 21 vils. And... so MITOE is repairing. Yep, he has repaired his docks, and he has 12 fishing boats already, sending in eco theory. So he was able to defend this with just advanced stock. KYNESIE has shipped 2 cards and built 2 caravels, and he can't push through a 200 resource dock. Meanwhile, MITOE's coming in and raiding. KYNESIE's getting out on the water, sending rendering plant. And MITOE just is going to be making 10, 10, 10 batches of 10 musketeers, and just constantly throwing in 10 musketeers. So he has 4 TP stagecoach, 41 vils. Just not a care in the world. He has the military advantage, the eco advantage, and he's just being in here being annoying now. He could even come over here and drop down a Bhakti temple. So, I mean, MITOE's never going to siege down the town center, but he's just... that's a lot of eco to be idled. Another dock going down, so I think that dock's gonna get killed instantly though. So MITOE's gonna lose this dock, but meantime he's putting pressure. I don't believe that KYNESIE has sent KYNESIE has not sent CM just yet. I mean, this is it's 13 musketeers. But KYNESIE's done a good job. Like, MITOE can't gather on. He has one whale. And then KYNESIE gonna do broadside. MITOE has fish market as well. So MITOE just needs to get some ships of his own. But it looks like he's just going for a land push. So he has Hus on the way. And this is kind of what MITOE did with Japan. He just has his caravels on the outskirts, not letting KYNESIE come. Oh, there's CM. Well, now things have changed. With that CM pop, KYNESIE's looking pretty good. Where did that cannonball go? 300 damage just like went off into nowhere. Apparently you can dodge, dock, anti-ship, whatever they're called. Anti-ship attack. So KYNESIE just always coming in doing a broadside. Being pesky. Healing up his boats. Looks like he did lose one. So against advanced dock, it's even more you have to babysit even more. MITOE coming in. Just got the repair off. Has 15 Hus. Still kind of. It's a bit scary. So he's gonna pull these caravels over. There you go, doing a little trample mode. But look at those caps just getting 4, 5 Hus going down. This one caravel doing God's work. This caravel gonna start breaking down these ATP trading post. I don't know, like, the score does favor MITOE, but I think KYNESIE's coming back. So here you go, doing a good job. Nice little raid. I don't know if you'll get any villagers. No, these two are definitely. Well, those two took a terrible path, and then to get another, yep, another Hus going down. MITOE losing a villager. Armor plating coming through, and MITOE's down to 17 fishing boats. KYNESIE not letting any of that nonsense happen. And getting whale oil behind this, so KYNESIE has cemented his cemented himself on water, and now he's taking down the TP line. Gonna start building counter outposts. It's just like tower rushing and tower rushing in AOE 2. CM were coming, but now they got canceled. And now just CMTCs shooting down musketeers. Nothing crazy to see here. Broadsides, advanced boats. KYNESIE gets to just have his villagers here on the coast with the caravel support. They got their gang saw. Gang saw and eco theory. And we have veganism going to be researched. I mean, KYNESIE's still doing a great job of only allowing this one whale. Only allowing MITOE to gather from one whale. So we got to age up in Q, the bishop. KYNESIE right behind. This outpost will keep this trading post alive for now. We have barracks going down, 4 docks. KYNESIE building fishing boats in the middle. Whoops. Yeah, because usually what happens is you just have a select all key. So you select all and then you build fishing boats, but you didn't realize that this one is part of that group. So right now KYNESIE has 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 whales. He can get this one as well. He's going up with the exiled prince and just continually poking in and out and being annoying. So he did delete that one fishing boat because it would just continually show up. KYNESIE has the score lead now. He's gonna build a town center over here on the dock or on the coast. MITOE might see it. MITOE's looking for a covered wagon. He sees it. Will the Huss be able to take it down? And at what cost? I think they're gonna get it, but he's gonna lose, what, 3 Huss in the process, maybe? Three Huss. 3 Huss and some muskets. Town center going down. For a few seconds, MITOE's able to get out on the water. But he can't really, I don't think he can really do much. Because he has 2 falconets. Even if he wanted to contest water, he's just so behind. in upgrades. He's gonna pick off these organ guns though. Got one organ gun. The other organ gun's gonna walk away. So both going into artillery foundries, but KYNESIE should just have more resources at this point. So MITOE does have veganism. He does have 3 town centers as well. So he is triple pumping bills. He has his musketeers, has his Huss. Culverins coming out, musketeers coming out. But it's still 82 bills to 50. And here comes the caravel just... Oh, look at that from KYNESIE. Caravel with petards in it, blows up the docks, and that's gonna be this. No more safe haven for these bills. Meanwhile, MITOE is doing a raid on the other side, but pulling it back. And now the water is all KYNESIE's. Even probably gonna send a frigate to the middle, I'm guessing. Is MITOE building? MITOE's not rebuilding a dock, he has given up on water. MITOE saying, where have my docks gone? He didn't see the fireworks that went off. The last 2 fishing boats are going down. MITOE trying to push in the middle, trying to take out this town center for whatever attempt this is. We got 14 muskets here and 2 castors. So I believe these are the first land units that KYNESIE has created. And here come the CM, veterancy upgrade. Just got nowhere, so MITOE's gonna be pulling back. His 3 TCs are gonna need to pay off real quick, because he's down 35 bills. Plus, these are jacked bills. Like, water bills, the bills on water are worth twice what a bill on land is worth. And KYNESIE stacking to age, going up with the Tycoon. MITOE's doing a little migration from the sea. And it's not looking good for Team MITOE. My goodness. We're gonna need to restart after this game. There's just too many walls going down. And the game is just absolutely stuttering. So much sea and wall action. So, let us see. Okay. We have a frigate that spawned into a very dangerous place. This frigate did not want to, and again, there's another miss. More houses going down. That frigate is gone. It's a cool little destruction. It didn't go straight down to the sea because it was over on a coast, so it fell this way. That's really cool. And we have some Culve micro. So 6 Culves, from MITOE, 2 Falcons, and whoop. But it's alright. Covered wagons have 500 HP now. Guessing KYNESIE is sending extensive fortification. No, he's just gonna get frontier outpost. He has 2 heavies on the way. Cole's taking some pot shots on this TC. So we have Culverin Royale, which means these now, instead of getting 2 shot by a falconet, it takes 3 to kill. Excuse me. Culverins need 3 shots to kill one of these Culverin Royales. So we have the 2 heavies coming in, and he always has the frigate that he can back up to. So big shot coming off there. And there's a monitor shot. So it's down to 1 versus 1. And it looks like MITOE will be repelled. Last Culverin has gone down, the 2 Falcons. So the TC did go down, the wall has been broken. But KYNESIE has held in the end. He has 2 more Culves here as well. He can start monitoring MITOE's base. And we're still at 89 villagers to 68. MITOE is getting ready to age though. So even with 3 Culves in queue, he can age right now. So MITOE's not, there you go. Age in queue. He has 4 Culves coming out. He's not that far behind in eco. It's just he's a little bit behind. He's age behind. The factories are going to come out. So here's a factory. It's not over yet. These villagers gather pretty much twice as fast as KYNESIE's mill villagers. Not quite twice as fast, so. Well, they'll be about the same once these upgrades come through. So this upgrade, then there'll be 1 more. So they'll be at 0.8, yeah, 0.84. And then there'll be 1 more upgrade and maybe refrigeration as well. So just raining terror from the sea. Where's MITOE's army? So MITOE's got 12 skirms, 5 Culves making their way. 2 town centers have gone down. MITOE trying to wall off. Build some towers. And KYNESIE is gonna herd. Oh. Well. Yeah. That's about, that's interesting. The game was very close. But KYNESIE just did a great job of parking all of his caravels right here and saying, you get 1 whale. And then MITOE had no contention on the water. And eventually just outscaled because he got... Oh, wow. So MITOE was ahead in eco. Look at that. Just look at the difference. Spanish logistician on this map. I think it's just if MITOE would have committed to the water, I think he would have been good. But because he didn't commit to the water, he lost all of those vills. And water, I mean, the TPs are nice, but why not both? Because like you get so much more resources. Just insane. Spanish logistician. It's cracked. Anyway, real quick guys, I'm going to restart my game. So my game's being a little slow. And then we'll hop into game 4. So it's currently 2-1. MITOE is up 2-1. That was actually an interesting game. Neither of them deciding to go for the quick age up, and then, but KYNESIE still going for 4 Vels. 2 Vels into advanced warships. Alright. Game 4. So loading into game 4. This one. Score is now 2-1. Boom. Okay. So we have KYNESIE as Japan versus MITOE as Russia on Grand Checo. So, thing about Grand Checo, there's no TPs, so any civ that enjoys not having a TP is preferable here. KYNESIE just dropping down a shrine instantly. Dropping down both shrines instantly. He's already found 2 of the llamas. MITOE up here, grabbing 2 of the llamas. So on this map, there will be 2 pawns that spawn on either side of the map, on opposite quadrants. So if, say for instance, they spawn up here, the other one will spawn down here. If it spawns here, spawn over on the other side. So these are mirrored, and on either side they have 2 llamas. So you run to one side of the map, you try to find the pond. As soon as you find the pond, you round the pond, get your all 4 llamas. Both players have done so, and MITOE looking for picking up this 90 coin treasure, and also getting hunting dogs quickly. I think. So I think MITOE's going for hunting dogs, so he should queue hunting dogs, switch his vills over to coin. This doesn't make sense. MITOE got 25 coin. Did he sell food? What am I missing? So I see 90 coin, 25 coin. I don't understand how MITOE has 94 coin. I saw the 90 coin, but he got hunting dogs as well. Oh, he mined for 29. Okay, there we go. There we go. Meanwhile, KYNESIE is doing 2, did he go Kami? No. 300, 300 wood. So 300 wood, he has food. Or his shrine's on food. He's picked up, I think he picked up an XP treasure. No, he picked up a food treasure. And we'll be going up with the Torii Gate, I'm guessing? Nope. Tashuka Shrine. Will he drop down to market? We will see. Hopefully you can get some of these, but I'm sure by the time this is up, this hunt's gonna already be all the way over here. So, 17 bill age up from MITOE with gang saw and hunting dogs. So going for a big greed. Gonna pick up another 100 coin. So he'll be aging up around 510. 512 age up. KYNESIE almost done with his age up, so about halfway. So he'll be up at like 430. Consulate coming down, so I'm guessing we're just gonna do Japan cons sort of thing. No market coming down. Russia's sending out their 3 villagers. Not too much going on. So KYNESIE decided to do 300 wood into an extra couple shrines. And then looks like he's gonna follow it up with some sort of, with the H2 aggression, the Japanese consulate, 5, maybe drops a stable? I don't know, we'll see. So 5 Ashi, 5 Yamabushi. There's stable. The scout has found the blockhouse. And meanwhile, MITOE still hasn't aged yet. And let's see. KYNESIE only got 2. He got one guanaco. And like I said, there's that hunt. There's the other hunt. All the hunts running away. So 5 Ashi, 4 Conchas, Concha. Meanwhile, over in base MITOE, we have 5 Cossacks, steel traps, 10 Strelets. And he could even drop down a second blockhouse if he wanted to. Instead, he's dropping down a church. I like it. Church and a house. $700 wood behind it. So, KYNESIE's getting ready. This is gonna be easy smash for KYNESIE, I think. It'll all depend on how well MITOE's able to micro down this anti-cav. So far, so good. But all the Strelets are just gonna go down. Strelets are just paper. So we got 2 Conchas still there, we got 5 Ashi, 5 muskets coming out now. Another batch of 5 muskets. I just don't know if this is gonna work for KYNESIE. I mean, he's taking great trades so far. He's lost one Nagi, one Ashy, so two Ashy, one Nagi, two Ashy, and then two Conscious. The Conscious gonna get the snare off. These Ruskets are going to go down. And then we have a military rickshaw coming in behind this, and then 600 wood. Okay. Two Nagis are going to go chase down the villagers. Blockhouse is going down. Is there a blockhouse? Might as well build a blockhouse at base. These three villagers are going to go down. So the blockhouse is down. Three villagers going down. Two blockhouses going down now. So two blockhouses in base. Got 13 Strelets and the three of the 5 original Cossacks still there. MITOE can call Minutemen if he needs to. He hasn't called them yet. Villagers are getting poked down, but getting garrisoned in. Minutemen and Cossacks are going to do really well here. The Minutemen are on the wrong side, but that's okay. MITOE doing a great job of focusing down the Ashy. The villagers are tanking. Another vill is going to go down to 2 vills. So I think 5 vills have died all day. All the Cossacks are cleaned up, but a lot of the Ashy have gotten cleaned up. But this does give KYNESIE some breathing room. The only problem is both of his explorers are dead, and he sent 600 wood. So he's gonna go pick up that explorer. KYNESIE! He has a villager building shrines right now. Not optimal, but it's fine. And he has his market down, getting market tags, 4 vills to follow this up. I think so. At the end of the day, I'm guessing might have lost 6 villagers. Or no, it's just 5. Right? You get 5 villagers. 18 would be 23. 21 would be 26. So yeah, he's lost 5 villagers. So the church, 2 fattened llamas. This is looking very very good for KYNESIE. Still needs to get his explorers up though. And just getting up his market techs, being greedy, building shrines. KYNESIE's gonna need a little bit more military. He's currently sitting at 5 Ashy and 7 Nagis versus 42 units. Those Ashy are gonna go down. KYNESIE just has a couple units behind this. So 10 Nagis and 6 Ashy are not gonna be enough. We have 10 muskets crossing the field, 21 Strelets already here. This is looking dicey. Yeah, this looks like a great fight for MITOE. He's just gonna pull all of his Strelets through, pick off the remaining Ashy. And everything's just about cleaned up. Wow. And KYNESIE just says it's over. That was such a weird game. Just one too many greed shipments, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know. I guess 2 batches of Ashy to burn down the blockhouse is just not worth it.